Yeah, he's waving.
There he is. Maybe I can get a better picture up here.
While we remain standing, I'd like to have this have you join with me in this opportunity. Pray for these young people. Behold, O Lord, this new generation of young people. You have given them the gifts of reason, memory, and skill. We rejoice with you in their great potential to be progressive shapers of society rather than regressively being shaped by society. Now, as we celebrate their commencement, their new beginning on this great and exciting venture, we thank their families. We thank their schools, for nurturing and preparing them physically and mentally for the task ahead of living. And we thank you for their churches and synagogues, for nurturing them spiritually. Give them the wisdom to know that it is not just how good this beginning is, but that what really counts is how they end up. So tonight we ask for them, as well as for all of us, staying power. Kind of staying power that comes from faith, hope, and love. Build in them such faith in you to enable them to remove those mountains that may otherwise discourage them. Fill them with such hope in you, that they may overcome the many trials and fears that otherwise would cause them to despair, and inspire them with that most excellent gift of love, without which all their doings will be nothing worth. Finally, we ask you to challenge them with us in all circumstances, with that one great expectation of all of us, to do justice, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with you, our God. Amen.
(1989). I would first like to extend a special welcome to those distinguished guests that are present here with us this evening, such as Dr. Fadul, our Superintendent of Schools, the Board of Education members, and friends and relatives of the Nutley High School graduates. As all the parents and friends proudly gaze upon this collection of fine individuals, I must say it is very deserving of each and every one. We have all shared many things with one another that can never be taken away. I have witnessed students form relationships, as well as I've seen many ties broken. But the terrific part is that in either situation, we've emerged more knowledgeable. There is no better teacher than experience, and we have experienced many fine things here in Nutley. There are two basic ways to evaluate a Nutley education. First, one can analyze statistics, which any Nutley academic will probably boast. But more importantly, one should look upon the manner in which we perform in society. Although this may not be evident now, in years to come, I feel very confident that we will all hear and see many fine things from this varied group. If we are the future, which we are, does that not make you feel good and but somewhat relaxed, I personally am very anxious to become involved in a world with a population of this caliber. One thought that I would like to leave those behind me with is this, and I'm sure all parents will agree. Life is analogous to a mound of clay. It is simply what you choose to make of it. There are very few limitations to what one can create. You need not be an artist, just simply have an open mind and a good spirit. Life is simply too short to waste, and it certainly won't come to take any one of us by the hand. You must grab it, even if it means extending ourselves farther than ever before. Most importantly, be happy and remain healthy. If you can maintain these two things, everything will be fine. Trust me. Yes, we have gained an education. Yes, we have become independent. But now is the time for us to refine and apply ourselves. At this time, I would like to thank Mr. Bonadonna and Mrs. Ames for all their advisement and hard work that helped unify our class and make us prosper. Taking a line from a spectacular poem that I have recently read, I'll address this to the senior class. Try not to cry as we go, just wave goodbye and say hello. To the Nutley High School class of 1989, I wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors, and thank you for everything.
Good evening, parents, faculty, distinguished guests, and class of 1989. You know, life is funny sometimes. It's hard to really appreciate anything until it's over. And by then, it's usually too late. But what you'll always have are your memories. They're one of the few things you treasure that no one can take away. At this moment, it's only appropriate that we look back at the past 4 years, at people and events which have shaped our lives. We will take these memories with us for the rest of our lives. Two groups of people who can never be forgotten are our parents and teachers. Our families have always been there to support and console us. And our parents should be especially thanked, not only for the sacrifices they've made to make us who we are, but also for putting up with us all of these years. Our teachers should be remembered for the education and direction they've given to our lives. Because they cared, they didn't just only teach us book knowledge. They taught us more. Like a second set of parents, they've tried to instill in each of us a sense of responsibility, sportsmanship, and judgment. But perhaps the most memorable part of high school has been the friends. I value them the most because no possession is more precious. Aristotle said it best when he defined a friend as a single soul dwelling in two bodies. Friends are special. They're the people that you really allow to touch your lives. You rely on them to be there when you need them, and they are. You share the good times with them, and they stick by you in the bad. Sometimes, a little bit of them rubs off on you, and no matter how far apart friends may grow, the bonds will always remain. Sharing the last 4 years with friends like this is what makes it all the more memorable. The times we spent together speak for themselves. Whether it's been at practice, a sporting event, at the prom, in class, or outside of school, while we were sharing a pizza, or late at night while we were working on a project, or just while we were fooling around. These moments have been etched into our memories. And what more could you ask for? The novelist Willa Cather once said, "Some memories are realities and are better than anything that can ever happen to one again." Thank you.
Good evening. Most of you are familiar with the story of the glass of water filled to its center. To many people, the glass appears half full. To others, they believe that the glass is half empty. The reasoning you choose simply depends upon your perspective. The events of this day are also subject to two different interpretations. As we pass through that flower-lined portal, some would call this occasion a graduation, an ending. Still, others remind us that this ceremony is correctly known as a commencement, a beginning. As to which one is the right word, it is at the same time both and neither. It is both when one considers that today marks the culmination of our presence at Nutley High School, along with the beginning of our futures. And it is neither, because life is not divided into segments of time. Today does not denote a gap of time, but merely a day of transition in our unbroken lives. Yet those days seem to have flown by so quickly. Perhaps it was not just our senior year that went so fast, but life itself, flowing from day to day, week to week, season to season. How appropriate it is to conduct our ceremonies on June 21st, for already it is the last day of spring and the first day of the summer. And just as the seasons have progressed, so have we. As we pass from the spring of our youths to the summer of our lives, we take a moment to reflect on those individuals who have initiated those changes that mold our character. First are our parents. Through their support, they have nurtured us from childhood to where we stand today. Our parents have every right to be proud of the class of '89 out there on the field right now, for we are, in essence, a part of their very selves. And then we remember our teachers. They have been here to explain to us not only academic knowledge, but in many cases, life itself. Like parents, they too have given a bit of themselves for us, and for this, we give them a gracious thank you. Most teachers are in a pleasant mood during graduations. They know that they have completed their goal of education and can see the results of their accomplishments. Parents, too, know when it is time to let go, for they understand that, years ago, they were wearing the caps and gowns, just as we are. But it is our friends who find it difficult to understand that the final time has arrived, and it is no wonder. A great deal has happened to us since we entered Nutley High School. Years of companionship during the good times, and camaraderie during the trying hardships. Looking directly into the eyes of good friends, it is hard to believe that soon they may turn into only pleasant memories. Such wonderful friendships are hard to make, and even harder to maintain. Keep them, if not in person, at least in heart. In composing commencement addresses, there is always the question of making them lengthy or brief. As the final barrier between the graduation proper, the selfish temptation was there to make it long, to revive every glorious moment, to extend our time as Nutley High students by even the fraction of a second more. But we all know that life must continue, that a speech will not ward off that final, inevitable moment. Sooner or later, we know it is time to leave the past and look to what is ahead, new freedoms and fresh challenges. Let it begin. For the class of 1989, I won't conclude with a goodbye, for that signifies an end to things. And after all, this is a commencement. Instead, I shall say farewell. Best wishes to all, and thank you.
Tonight marks the 119th Nutley High School commencement exercise. The ceremonies here tonight will culminate 4 years of educational activities for the class of 1989. This class has distinguished itself in the pursuit of excellence in the academic and co-curricular programs at Nutley High School. Many of these graduates are going on to institutions of higher learning. Many have received scholarships, and many have accepted employment in notable industries and corporations as a result of their high school academic achievement. It is our belief that this group stands ready to carry on the proud and rich tradition of all those who have graduated from Nutley High School in past years. Parents, friends, and relatives have reason on this occasion to share in the pride so evident in the administration, staff, and community at large. This class is indeed worthy of the highest praise. May I take this opportunity to thank the various organizations, groups, and individuals who have contributed to scholarships, honors, and awards. My special thanks to the teachers, administrators, secretary, and custodial staffs, for without their professional efforts, we could not operate a smooth and efficient school. May I take a moment for a special tribute to Mr. Jack Drury, who has devoted more than 33 years to educating young people. Mr. Drury will be retiring in a few days, and we wish him well in his retirement. A special thanks to Superintendent Dr. James Fadul, Assistant Superintendent Dr. Frank Voto, Business Administrator Mr. John Sincaglia, and to all the members of the Board of Education. Thank you all for your assistance this past year. To you, the graduates, may I say that as you leave here...
Thank you, Mr. Jacome. Class of 1989, I've watched you grow and develop over the years into a splendid group of young people of whom we are very proud. And now, by authority vested in me by the Nutley Board of Education, I officially recognize your graduation. Congratulations. Just a few brief thoughts as you leave. I've seen you, and I'm positive that you have mastered the intellectual skills and acquired the knowledge necessary to be good, productive citizens in our society. I hope you maintain that fervor for learning and realize that you never stop growing, you never stop learning. I've seen you over the years develop character. The spiritual strength is obvious that you have to face life in the future. And giving all the inconsistencies in life, we all hope that you maintain that strength of character, that physical strength that we all need to face adversity when it comes, and it's inevitable. But finally, and I'm very brief because this is a day of good wishes and goodwill, and I want to be brief because I simply think that it's a time for you to rejoice. And one last thought. You're entering an age where I hope you realize that you carry the banner of optimism. Probably at no time in several generations has there been a greater chance for peace on this planet, nor has there been a better chance for democracy in countries on the planet which haven't witnessed it in a long time. And finally, throughout the world, there are young people like you who wish they had the freedoms that you have, and they're fighting very hard for them, and they're paying the most expensive price of all. And they're your kindred spirits in the sense of the future, because you're all fine, wonderful, strong young people. The future is yours. Be optimistic, be strong. Good health, people, and good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you join me and thank the members of the band and the choralettes and the 3 outstanding students for their exemplary performance. Let's give them a hand. On behalf of the Board of Education, it is my privilege to congratulate you, the students and the graduates of the Nutley High School class of 1989. We applaud your accomplishments. To the parents and relatives and friends of these graduates, we salute you for your partnership and support of their education. To all their teachers and administrators and support staff, you have done a superb job. Thank you. Please allow me to convey to you, the graduates of the class of 1989, that the Board of Education, as representatives of the community of Nutley, is very proud of your accomplishments. And many of you have appeared at the board conference room for many types of awards and honors. Enjoy your graduation party, but be careful, and we wish you all good health, success, a full life of the future, and God bless you all.
Jay Smith, Tracy Worland, Thomas Saluski, Beatrice Viteri, Joseph Giugliero, Kimberly Von Roth, Lance Zarimba, Dina Venziano, David Unguma, Tara Young, James Visu, Allison Surgeon, Salvatore Gabriel, Dean Del Plato, Sunil Chacko, Richard Panzer, Mary Ryan, Ted Tran, Ray Chen, Frederick Dela Cruz, Jeffrey Fonzo, Frank Gabrielle, Sean O'Connor, Kimberly Von Holland, John Wu, Joanne Ventura, James Bevere, Laura Weisner, Philip Tusa, Krista Utraki, Michael Zitola, Laura Turpak, Gerard Vidiello, Dawn Willis, Kelly Ruth, Frank Sicliatano, Jacqueline Russ, Nicholas Sibilia, Ellen Santos, Robert Santoriello, Setel Traller, Robert Schweiker, Carrie Smith, David Sanborn, Lillian Statiel, Christian Toth, Natalie Stell, Patrick Stefanelli, Maria Viniski, Frank Spizzato, Dana Walsh, Charles Smith, Vanessa Vintigan, John Sacco, Gina Bavona, Anthony Trauma, Jill Somblowski, Lo Tran, Gina Tarano, Michael Higgins, Marlene Virginia Tarano,
Anthony Scarpelli, Kelly Sullivan, Cosmo Servideo, Tracy Rotondelli, Anthony Rossi, Kimberly Rose, William Rosa, Janice Rubino, Juan Slater, Maurice Paz, Amy Parisi, James Nelson, Cindy O'Brien, George Orlando, Kristen Monahan, David Hero, Michelle Morrison, Thomas Cluck, Sylvia Frito, Patel Patel, Erna Patel, Martin Rizzolo, Elizabeth Riley, Matthew T. Giuliano, Deborah Rizzolo, Joseph Santiglia, Margaret Ann Wren, Mark Roselli, Ann Pine, David Scrudato, Linda Pomplowski, Thomas Riley, Jody Peters, Timothy Raines, Francesca Pignataro, John Privet, Nicole Nelson, Frank Puccio, Michelle Owenembo, Vito Melnicki, Tracy Nazaire, Leslie R. Morel Jr., Anna Nielsen, Robert J. Mulligan, and Lee Nugent. To all the graduates, in the center of the high school seal, there are 4 words: truth, honor, loyalty, and home. Live by them and you will succeed. Thank you.
Rebecca Kane, Eric Lordeye, Tara Lynch, Lonnie Laffoon, Amy Lichtenberger, Christopher Miller, Maria Elena Mendoza, William Lopa, Rosa Mark Trigano, Jason Reese, Marcel Mazzicola, Patrick McMahon, Nicole McDonald, Paul Meninoa, Sandra Mastek, James Newby, Rapal Panja, Rui Oliveri, Karen Novak, Martin Thomas Nealon, Yolanda Marriott, Arvin Nano, Marcella Miller, Michelle Mazzatello, Kimberly McAvoy, David Michelson, Andriana McNaughty, Cesario Martinez, Anna Marie Mirando, Joseph Mitchell, Maria Mercado, Michael Maggio, Constance Lopez, Stephen Kahn, Michelle Lopez, Elio Lepore, Frank Giafrida, Patricia Gamba, Kevin Hannon, Jacqueline Ferrara, Christopher Helms, Dawn Fusia, Michael Hall, Donna Marie Vesta, Joseph Pyro, Michelle Graziano, Billy Sunbury, Alicia Hollenbeck, Brian Masco, Lisa Grip, Philip Kiernan, Julie Isaacson, Jeffrey Jones. Kimberly Lay. Jeffrey Buffoon. Juan Trang Kong. Jeffrey Kahn. Tony Ann Antile. Richard Ladadio. Susan Grip. James McMullen. Danielle Giordano. Richard Ganello. Dana Heffelfinger. Harold Herwick. Linda Catasto. Michael Ginolfi. Maria Fenn. Vin Hahn. Mary Bergese. Joseph Gerbaldi. Carla Gaeta. Maria Celso. Joe Demora. Renee Cimento. Richard L. Edsel. Tracy DiGiacomo. Louis DeBello. Renee Champy. William Furlong. Mary Currier. John Geltrude. Gopa Desai. Salvatore Ferrara. Anita Farrow. Kevin Ford. Teresa DeLitta. Nicole Fiore. Linda Dombrowski. Joseph Antilli. Pascal Guinet. Thomas Florio. Alexis Dimitrakis. Robert Francios. Elena Donofrio. Arthur Fontanella. Gina Donzella. Thomas Ferrioli. Kelly Dunn. Eric Featherman. Francis Currier. Louis Filippone. Lisa Carino. Christopher DeHaas. Marjorie Del Grasso. Michael DeFranza. Tracy Kominski. And Jason DePerry.
Nicholas Carson. Maria Cardell. Jeffrey Caruso. Tammy Campana. David Berry. Karen Halley. Matthew Bosco. Emily Bach. Christopher Crowley. Robin Brown. Angelo Cundiff. Christine A. Brannigan. James Cook. Dawn Ceruto. Scott Cololillo. Dana DeLoya. David D'Angelo. Andrea Aloisio. Silvio Di Cristofano. Ray Lynn Chacon. Anthony Del Tufo. Jennifer Cohn. Robert Casal. Romina Chiquino. Michael Casal. Christine Canova. Augustino Cozzolino. Jelaine Bruno. Sean Yar. Christina Carcillo. Jamie Brush. Abigail Bergen. Dean Wono. Ann Bergaletta. Robert Bergaletta. Josephine Karen. Francine Oriema. David Baldwin. Stephanie Arculli. Fausto Arcentales. Jill Bauman.
John Albright, Helen Bastos, Mark A. Balasone, Marcy Denise Auletta, Gary Annette, Jean Benko, Paul Aboud, Larissa Cariaga, Colin Alevras, Danielle Canada, Peter Paul Anley, Stacy Lynn Brown, Christopher Campanile, Diana Acne, Luigi Alessandra, Rosemary Balsamo, Anthony Algieri, Teresa Baldino, Michael Bellucci, Angela Acosta, Stacy Rupas, Kathleen Matthews, Linda Honorevoli, Linda Beard, Monica Smith, Stephanie N. Seelman, Susan San Giacomo, Laura Robles, Tina McClintock, Christy Mascolo, Jean Quick, Leo Dwayne Lynn Jr., Hubert the Jesus, Jersey Chen.